Okay, so it seems like even more VTubers are getting affected by censorship over on different platforms, and this time it's to do with Bao. Now, this is something that obviously, as you know, many social media platforms become much stricter on what kind of content comes out, and also the action they take against people that get reported. And this time we're talking about TikTok in particular, as Bao has actually been banned over on TikTok. I'm not sure if it's back up yet, but obviously she posted this post yesterday saying, "What a lovely morning." It says your account was permanently banned. Your account was permanently banned because of multiple policy violations. Now, TikTok has always been a terrible place for just kind of reporting things, getting your account banned, and essentially it's a very volatile kind of platform, you know, compared to a place like YouTube and maybe Twitter and things. It's much easier to secure your account and make sure it doesn't get banned and kind of, you know, take the steps to make sure that you don't get terminated off the platform. Whereas with TikTok, you know, you could find yourself banned on a random Monday morning or whatever, you know, and it's one of these things that has been a problem on TikTok since like the, you know, kind of app came out. You know, it's been a huge problem. But yeah, essentially, you know, she's saying that, you know, she got banned, but there's also another reason behind it, which wasn't due to any kind of violation, because you're probably wondering, you know, why this even got banned in the first place. Why would Bao get banned? Maybe it's to do with her VTuber model, stuff like that. We've seen many kind of VTubers get banned because of their VTuber model, but no, this isn't the case. She actually got banned due to a mass report on a Aussie Jawsy video. Now, if you don't know what an Aussie Jawsy is, it's essentially a drink. I'm pretty sure it's at a kind of a chain in America. It's a popular drink where essentially it's, as you can kind of guess with the name, it says Jaws. It's a shark which pretty much has like a red liquid coming out of its mouth, and then it goes into the drink, and it's supposed to look cool, you know. And obviously I can tell that, you know, if TikTok were alerted to that, then they would think that maybe it was some kind of graphic video or something like that. Obviously, I can't show it on here because I don't want to risk also getting banned for that. But obviously, yeah, she was talking about it, and obviously there's a picture of it that came up on the TikTok, or maybe even her drinking it. I don't even know. But essentially, yeah, it was a video about that, and it ended up getting mass reported, which then got her account taken down. And I think there's a lot of people that have obviously been waiting to kind of find the right moment to kind of mass report Bao, which I think is absolutely horrible, because, you know, she's obviously talked about many different things, including censorship and how it's a big issue at the moment, especially with YouTube wanting, you know, people's IDs. She was the one that said, you know, how can we trust them with our IDs whenever, you know, they can't even protect people against these crypto scam people who hack accounts and run like crypto live streams on there. So how can we even trust YouTube with holding all of our IDs, which was 100% true. And I think a lot of people have been pretty annoyed about her, with her about that, and also about some other things as well, to the point where they would do something like this, which obviously is absolutely horrible. You know, we've got Smuggler on here saying they'll ignore the actual stuff wrecking TOS, but let mass reports flag lol, which, yeah, is 100% true. And as I said, TikTok is absolutely terrible for sorting kind of, you know, mass reports and things. They don't have like an intricate system like maybe like YouTube does or something like that, where if mass reports do happen, then they at least try to figure it out and figure out why they're being mass reported, instead of just, you know, permanently deleting their account altogether, you know. And TikTok, they just do like no questions asked almost. Like if you get, you know, mass reported on your account, then you can, you know, say goodbye to your account. Now, obviously, there are some ways to get it back, and but it's very hard. You know, TikTok doesn't have the best support system either. For being one of the largest social media apps out there, it's pretty terrible how bad their kind of creator support is. And creator support for most platforms is pretty bad too. I mean, you see like YouTube's, you know, every time something goes wrong with YouTube, someone has to like make a tweet and like at YouTube support or whatever, and be like, hey, what happened to my account? You know, and the same goes for TikTok as well. I'm pretty sure they've got their own version of that, but also they might have an email. But again, it's really hard to get through to many people over there to get your account unbanned if you were unjustly, you know, banned. They're saying, what? How I see your cursed repost now? I said, what? He said, bro, you can't seem to catch a break. You need some sort of purification ritual or something. You know, Amelie saying, for what? Saying, what on earth? What? TikTok is the worst when it comes to report bans. Happens all the time. And obviously this person says, must have made Collective Shout mad somehow, which obviously could be the case. Collective Shout have been a very kind of prevalent force recently in terms of, you know, trying to enforce censorship and things. And if Bao is, you know, speaking out about it lightly, then maybe she's kind of provoked some people that way. I don't really know if that is the case, though. Obviously, they haven't like taken any kind of responsibility for that. But obviously, there's many people wondering who exactly would mass report Bao over this, because again, it's getting pretty ridiculous. You know, people saying TikTok is such as. I still don't understand how mass reports are not properly looked at. 100% true. You know, TikTok moderation team, when there's literal videos and stuff on the timeline, I sleep. TikTok moderation when an account gets mass reported for no reason. Oh, really? Like, let's delete that. You know. Oh my god, bro, it's so bad. And yeah, a lot of people have obviously been, supporting Bao in the comments. Again, it doesn't seem like, I don't know if she's like, she seems to be pretty chill at the moment, but obviously, I don't know. I don't know how much she cared about her TikTok, but it is still pretty disappointing to see how terrible the reporting system is going, and obviously how quick they are to take down accounts. The same as we saw with people like, for example, Milky, who also got taken down over on PayPal for a slightly different reason. Obviously, it's due to her kind of NSFW work, which obviously has provoked, PayPal for some reason into taking down her account. And because she posted 18 plus stuff on Patreon, it's like, bro, why is this even, a thing? And it seems like, obviously, a lot of the kind of, I guess, bias towards VTubers is really showing for a lot of these companies, because you don't really see this happening with any other, IRL creator, really. But again, it seems to be happening, and it seems to be happening mainly to VTubers and VTuber artists, which is very disappointing to see. And, TikTok is just another one that has kind of joined the list here. Twitch has always done stuff like that. They've always banned a lot of VTubers and things because they didn't like their design or whatever. So again, that is a problem. But then also we've got TikTok banning people just because they got mass reported, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. Then obviously, as I said, we got PayPal banning people as well. Well, I say people, VTubers. And what's next? Is it going to be YouTube next? Are YouTube going to start banning VTubers just because they feel like it, and just because they're getting mass reported, or maybe there's something in there that they don't like, so they feel like they have to ban it? I mean, it's getting pretty ridiculous to this point, the amount of VTuber bans we're seeing across different platforms, and this is just another case of this happening. But yeah, obviously, I have to keep you guys up to date if there is any kind of update from Bao, specifically going into, who mass reported them. People saying they mass reported you over a drink. I said, what, can you not have one of those on film? Did I miss the plot, but must take responsibility by following? Gotta love haters crying over none. So, what was even bad about that? Well, that sucks. And I think this was the case. There wasn't anything bad about the video, right? I think it was more so the fact of they were annoyed at Bao for something else, whatever reason that may be. They decided to take action by mass reporting a video which could be seen as maybe graphic because of the graphic nature of the drink itself. It looks quite graphic, but at the same time, it shouldn't be taken down because it is just a drink. But obviously the auto system at TikTok or whatever obviously then flagged the video because lots of people were reporting it, and it kind of looks like something kind of graphic. So it's probably better safe than sorry to take it down. But obviously they tend to go to the next extreme and ban the account permanently, which is crazy. So I hope that obviously Bao does try to refute this. As I said, it's really hard to do it, but hopefully she can get into the right contacts and get that account back, because obviously it's absolutely terrible having your TikTok account taken away. And I assume she had quite a lot of followers over there, on there as well. So again, it just sucks. And it just sucks that there's many people out there who are willing to mass report her over something so small. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this situation and what you think about, social media sites and them, permanently banning a lot of VTubers, or even just, temporarily banning a lot of VTubers. Because again, it's getting more and more common to this day, which I think is pretty surprising. And yeah, I mean, go to Game Subs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off again. They got a ton of really cool stuff over there. They got the Bao stuff over there. So if you guys want to go grab some of that, then I definitely recommend doing that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.